Hey, playa, are you at that point in your life where you feel like you're not really sure whether or not you're ready to date? Whether it's your age, your financial situation, your social setting, whatever it may be, you're not really sure what the answer to that question is. Well, in this video, I'm going to help you work through it, figure out what's right for you, and whether or not you're ready to date. For those of you that are new here, my name is Josh, and every single Monday through Friday, I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. Now, when it comes to figuring this question out, knowing whether or not you're ready to date, it really is an internal question you have to reflect upon your own circumstances for to answer. The first thing you should ask yourself is, do you feel like you have the ability to make time for someone else in your life? Or are you just too bogged down with school, work, friends, family, drama, whatever it is you're dealing with? When you start dating or start a new relationship, that question is going to come up. If you don't have time for your partner, they're going to feel that. They're going to feel neglected, like you just don't care enough about the relationship or care enough about them to really just prioritize things in your life to make them a piece of that. To give you an example, when I was younger, I would always tell myself I'm not in a place where I want to date yet because I want to focus more on building out my YouTube stuff, really just growing my career, and I think dating is just going to take up too much of my time. Now, eventually that changed because I realized something that I think a lot of people end up realizing too, that they do want to date, that they do want to find a partner, and that sometimes telling yourself that you're too busy might be an excuse you use just to not pursue this new thing in your life. Now, don't get me wrong, there are people that just don't have the time for it, and it would be wrong for them to enter a relationship under the false pretenses that, yeah, they're going to dedicate just as much as their partner will. But instead, I think a lot of us just feel nervous about it. This idea of potentially being accountable for someone else's feelings, that if I don't make time for them, then they're not going to feel loved, that's a scary burden to carry. But it's also a wonderful one. The idea that you can take time out of your day to really make someone happy, to really just enjoy living life with them is a wonderful thing. So it's not really something you should pass up if you feel too nervous about it and you use the excuse, I'm just too busy. The second thing you might want to think about is whether or not you're ready to be vulnerable with someone, to share your feelings with them, and to trust them enough to not hold it against you. A lot of times people don't feel ready to date because they're afraid of getting hurt. No one wants to be cheated on or disrespected or abused or just kind of taken advantage of in a relationship. So the best way to avoid those things is to not enter one, right? Part of the issue there is that you're missing out on probably a very important piece in your life, and that's the ability to be vulnerable with someone. Now, yes, you can do this with friends and family, but having a partner takes it to a different level. It takes it to this new stage where you can share things with this person, they can share things with you, and you have a special, unique bond between each other. Part of the reason why being in a one-on-one relationship is good for you is because you have someone in your corner looking out for you, the same way that they have someone in their corner looking out for them. Now, yes, you do also have your family and your friends, but their time is generally divided amongst other people and amongst themselves. So having a one-on-one relationship allows you to stay focused on one person moving forward. But sometimes there are a lot of different reasons why someone wouldn't want to date, and one of the reasons I hear most commonly is the fear of getting hurt after you've already invested feelings in someone. The last thing anyone would want to do is to put all of their feelings into one person only to have that person decide that you're not the partner for them. They don't want to be with you, or they cheated on you, or they just don't like you anymore. But the thing is, no relationship is guaranteed. As time goes on, feelings may change and you guys might fall out of love with each other. So if you're worried about that happening, instead try to focus on what you can bring to the table, what you can offer in that relationship to help keep it strong and healthy. The third thing you might experience is that your nervousness is making you fearful of what to expect in a relationship. You've never fought with a partner or been deeply in love with one, so those feelings will all be new and you might not feel like you're prepared to handle them. I would say you'll never really know until you have that experience. Being in a relationship puts you in new circumstances and situations you've never encountered before, so you're on the fly trying to figure out ways to make them work. That's how you grow and that's how you learn. The unknown is terrifying. No one ever wants to be in a situation where they don't feel prepared. But being in a relationship and having these new experiences will really help train your sense of what being in a relationship is like. And look, if it doesn't work out, that's okay. Talk to more people, date more people. Keep learning as you go, because the more relationships you're in, the more you're going to fine-tune what exactly it is that you want and what kind of partner you're looking for. All in all, I would say you're ready to date if you're willing to get to know other people. But now I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? Are you ready to date? What do you feel are different blockers in your life preventing you from finding someone to be with? Leave your comments down below and we'll talk about it. On that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button and make sure to check out my playlist right there on the screen now now, you could tap it to see my other videos that are dating tips for beginners. If you're someone that's just getting into dating or want to know how to do it, these videos will help you out. On that note, guys, I'll catch you next week. As always, love and peace.